Greetings, gamers, and welcome to the Broken Pixel podcast where we talk all things gaming related, news, reviews, previews, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. I'm your host, Wes. I'm joined on my right by Aaron.
Hello.
And on your right by James.
Hello.
If you like what you see, please hit likes, favorites, and subscribes on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of the social medias.
Trying to speed through it.
Little bit, yeah. Also, if you want to help us out, please visit patreon.com/derailed. Throw us $1, throw us $5. Anything helps.
Throw us 5 blocks.
You definitely tripped over the hurdle, but didn't fall down.
I know. Little stumble, just didn't restart. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of proud of that one.
Yep.
Also, James didn't fuck with me, so. So it's been a little bit since we've been on.
Has it?
Has it?
Been a week.
A little bit.
Not a lot of gaming news, though.
Yeah, it's quiet.
So, about a month ago, I reported that there was 2 Scandinavian companies saying the NES Classic was...
This is the calm before the E3 storm.
True. That the NES Classic was going to be canceled. This month, Nintendo of America is getting their last shipments of them, so it is officially discontinued.
I thought this was the last shipment.
Oh, I'm going based on the article I read last week, so the last shipments came in.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I think they're all done now.
Yeah.
The one I already stood in line for.
And rumors are now that the SNES Mini
Vince.
is going to come out around Christmas. Needs more than 30 games on it.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't realize that the NES had a 714 game library or something ridiculous.
The NES?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And the Super NES has 796.
Yeah. They were... I feel like they got a little bit more strict on the SNES about what would go on. But they still had that quality of seal.
Yeah. I mean, there were some games made that didn't get it. The ones that usually came in different colored cartridges that weren't Zelda.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the SNES Mini, though, because that's the one I've been wanting.
Hell yeah.
I played the NES, but as a kid, the Super Nintendo was my console.
Yeah.
And...
They got to make it hackable, though.
They will. Oh, a little bit of news. Nintendo went to, I think it's DreamHack or something, saying, hey, we'll pay you guys up to, was it $200,000 if you can hack the Switch. And depending on how you hack it, there's various cash rewards, but they want to see if you can fully hack it.
Okay. I had read that they did hack it before.
I don't know if that was a full hack, but Nintendo is still offering a bounty on their own console.
Yeah. I think it was not a full hack.
One I'm slightly excited for is the next Call of Duty game has been revealed and leaked a little. I'm just happy it's back to World War II.
Yep, no more futures.
At least for a game or two.
Ish.
It's going back to their roots. It's going back to what made them great.
Yeah.
Which was what?
Did you know that Arcane Studios, the people behind Dishonored and Prey, did the multiplayer for World at War? Which is I mean, I know that 4 broke them out and made them really popular, but World at War was huge.
See, World at War I liked because it had flamethrower tanks.
Yeah. It's just weird that that's on their catalog is the multiplayer for World at War.
No, I'm still not going to buy it, maybe rent it or borrow it, but I'm excited. They're going back to what made them big.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see a trailer, see what they're doing with the campaign. I'm probably still not going to play multiplayer, but that's...
You want to see the big name they get for the campaign, because the past couple of years have had a big name.
Maybe they stopped doing that, hopefully.
But wasn't Kevin Spacey the best part of Infinite Warfare?
Yeah, but it was still the future.
True.
But Medal of Honor on the original PlayStation, it was so much fun playing with those old school weapons, and World War II is just a very interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of battles you could do. You could do the most famous ones,
Yeah. Do you think they'll redo fucking Normandy? D-Day?
Yes, only because. Hi, Bruce.
You were so happy about that.
Well, no, he was just he just kept going
right
here. No, to give us D-Day on the new gen consoles, just
pretty dope.
Give us that.
It's been a long time.
Honestly, I kind of want to come out of it feeling like the beginning of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, and there was not Call of Duty, but there was, I think it was the Medal of Honor games that did that on the PlayStation 2. There was a really good Normandy thing that was very much Saving Private Ryan, but it's funny how we went on this wave of we're done with World War II
because we flooded the market, and now it's wait, Call of Duty,
and now it's I'm kind of ready for another. I'm ready to go back.
Well, I think Call of Duty because Call of Duty started going in the future. Then we got Titanfall, which is still military based.
Yep.
Then you had the shitty other military games that tried it.
Titanfall World War II.
Oh, I would take an alt history steampunk version of World War II.
It would have to be kind of Wolfenstein-y.
Yep.
Oh, not the next Wolfenstein. I'm excited.
Ooh. But you got Prey first.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll announce Wolfenstein at E3 since Elder Scrolls has no love coming out for a while.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll talk about it at E3 because it's been a while.
Yeah. Come on. The Resident Evil 7 free DLC, Not a Hero, got delayed. Was supposed to be out in spring.
Do we know what that's about?
No,
the DLC?
they just couldn't get it done.
Oh. No, I mean, like, what is the DLC?
I think it's supposed to be about the Redfield who saves you at the end of the game.
Okay.
Because it's to show him, like, okay, I'm not exactly a hero. Yes, I saved your life, but...
Interesting. You finished that game, yes? Yeah. Okay, cool.
And I did the choosing your girlfriend, Mia.
You did?
Without knowing how that game ends, if you were just go through that blind, there was no reason you would pick Zoe.
Right.
Like, I cannot see a scenario where picking Zoe is the good idea.
Yeah.
Because if you were just going to leave Mia, fuck going through that house. Sorry. Bye.
Exactly. Yeah. What a good game. God, it's so the first part of this year has just been swamped. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get the summer lull.
Yeah.
And then holidays or August.
Yeah.
And everything.
That's why I'm excited for Prey. I'm excited for it to have an opportunity to do well. Because if it came out earlier, it probably would have got forgotten.
Yeah. Are you guys still playing Persona?
Haven't picked it up since we got back.
Yeah, me either.
Okay.
I'm excited for the lull so I can catch up on all my shit.
That is the good part about the lull
I
coming
went
up.
back to Skyrim. Still got to get those 15 Daedric artifacts.
God damn it. All right. So, interesting story. Game back in the 90s called Night Trap. FMV game, full motion video. Was kind of controversial at the time. It was one of like the 3 games that they were using to kind of say, hey, games are bad. We need rating systems. We need to regulate games. It was Phantasmagoria, Night Trap, and then the Mortal Kombat series. Mm-hmm. Mortal Kombat series got us the ESRB, and now the other games, like they were trying to ban out games. In 2014, they had a Kickstarter to attempt to bring it to modern consoles, just re-release it. Kickstarter failed. They're still going to re-release it on modern consoles, thinking it's going to make some money. What's going to happen? It's going to make, like, some people on YouTube get a lot of views. Yeah. Some of the big name YouTube gamers.
Right. Similar story. They would try. Somebody is trying to make a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater documentary about like the beginning of it and Tony Hawk, and everyone's involved. It's actually being made by somebody who worked at Neversoft, who worked on the original games. And the Kickstarter, they were trying to get $75,000, and they got like $14,000. Like just totally failed, but they're doing it anyways.
Yeah, Ooh. It's like screw it. I want to do this. It's because people don't want a Tony Hawk documentary. They want a good new Tony Hawk, like you.
I want a Tony Hawk documentary. I think that's like
you would be one of the probably the 100 people who would have kickstarted it.
It's funny that there's like $14,000 isn't a small lump of money.
No,
so there is like I have fellow Hawkians out there.
Well, yes, I mean I played I played a lot of the Tony Hawk games. I think it peaked for me at Thug and Thug 2 and then just died.
Yep, that's where I stopped. Yep.
I tried like American Wasteland and the
no loading screens and you just go through a tunnel. It's like
and then the 8 game. What was the 8?
Project 8,
which was crap.
Terrible. Fucking Ride. I never tried. And that's when I was like, I didn't play video games for a very short period of time, and that was during the Ride era.
Well, you had to get a peripheral that didn't work.
Yeah. But yeah, Tony Hawk documentary.
And see, so big news for me in terms of gaming. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite got a story trailer.
I see Mega Man is in it.
Yes. Mega Man X.
I might play it because of Mega Man.
Actually, the villain of the game based on the story is Ultron and Sigma.
Oh.
From Mega Man X, and they fuse.
Yeah, nice.
But there's a release date of September 19th.
Okay.
And they announced the collector's edition. So we're going to get the price out of the way first. It's $200.
Okay.
Oof. Game, steelbook. I want to say art book. 4 statues.
Damn.
And
what? Statues or statues?
Probably statues. Ryu.
Oh,
Ryu.
sorry.
Maybe a little bit smaller than him.
Really? 4 of them?
Yeah, so you get, from the Marvel side, you're getting Mega Man and Chun-Li. And on the other way around.
Chun-Li's a babe.
Sorry, Capcom side, you get that. Marvel side, you're getting Iron Man and Miss Marvel.
Damn.
Or Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
Sorry, I was watching someone do DC comic reviews, and Miss Marvel is in DC. And
That's so weird.
and there's a case that they're coming with the 6 Infinity Stones that each have light up LEDs.
That sounds cool.
But it's $200.
That's kind
Might
of
be worth
normal
it.
nowadays.
I know,
Might be worth
but
it.
at least 4 statues.
Yes.
Unless they're Fallout
I mean,
bobbleheads.
make it. I'm not opposed to $200 things, if it's worth it. Like Witcher 3, you could have charged me $100 for that game, and I would have been okay. Just the game, because it's so fucking big. Because it's worth it. But then there's like, why am I paying $60 for, an example of a shitty game, which doesn't have as much stuff in it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it should be $60 every time. That's all I'm saying.
The game or the collectors?
I'm speaking of games in particular, but wow.
Nobody can see that.
Well, I know, but
That is pretty cool.
Oh, wow. Wow.
like
Pretty
that.
legit.
Yeah, deluxe edition. You get the steelbook. Oh, plus 6 DLC characters that are coming out. So
Whatever.
which is cool. They're trying not to get close to. They're trying not to use a lot of X-Men or any X-Men in this one because all the other Marvel games have had a lot of X-Men. You're getting a lot of the Avengers that you've seen in the movies. So Captain America, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Captain Marvel because she has a movie coming out soon.
Winter Soldier.
Not yet. They haven't shown
That'd be
everyone.
Interesting.
They do need villains though, because every Marvel vs. Capcom game has heroes and villains you can play as. I'm hoping Venom. They might do Vulture because of the Homecoming movie.
Wow, that might be interesting. I don't know, man. Like, if I was gonna play a fighting game, I'd play Injustice, and I don't play Injustice. So.
Injustice was fun.
Injustice 2's got some new characters announced.
I know. I just
Did you see the Brainiac trailer?
Yeah,
The
it
thing-
looks great.
The thing that Injustice did well, Mortal Kombat did well, and I think Capcom is stealing is the story mode. Because none of the other Marvel vs. Capcoms really had story mode. It was beat the arcade ladder and fight the boss at the end.
Yeah.
This is going to have like Sigma and Ultron take over Asgard, so you're going to go try and save Asgard.
Nice, cool stuff.
Rumor is, though, that Rocket Raccoon will be in it with Groot. They'll be a team.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Sweet.
play it.
I know.
I know. I'm not. I'm so excited for it, but I'm not gonna play it.
No, you're not a fighting game person.
I'm just not.
And it's one of those things like we've talked about before. Not to say that you think it's a bad game because it'll be good. It's just not an
at all.
Aaron game.
No.
Like Firewatch for me. It's a good game, but
Yep.
I don't want to just
Those
walk.
Injustice. I played Injustice. What was it? A few years ago. It was super fun for like an hour,
See,
and then I get the book and I try all the moves and everything, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done.
I did it. I played Injustice for the story mode. Played a little bit of it, but I prefer Street Fighter anyway. So
What is the preference? The characters, the
control scheme and the way the combos work.
Gotcha.
So a good example is in Mortal Kombat to do like a fireball or scorpion spear. It's either back forward or down forward.
Oh.
In Street Fighter, they do the half circle motion.
half circle motion.
So like or quarter circle. So down. So basically going from down to forward in
Like this?
a fluid. Yes.
on
and-
the D-pad
On or the stick.
or the stick.
And then punch. It's just what I learned with. That was the first one I played was Street Fighter.
Interesting.
And then there's 3D fighters like Soul Calibur,
Yeah.
which is usually you control each limb.
Did
Or
you talk about Tekken already?
not yet.
Okay, because that comes out soon, right?
The physical version comes out soon. The arcade version's been out for a while, and it has Akuma in it.
Friday the 13th got a release date.
It does multiplayer first.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
The
'Cause that's all
single-
I want to play for.
You're gonna want to play the single player.
Well, I am, but I'm surprisingly okay with only multiplayer.
See, I think the multiplayer will be fun. It's going to end up being like Evolve, where if you're not Jason and you're not playing with a team, you're going to hate being the camp
I'm
person.
only gonna play with you guys.
Okay.
I'm not gonna jump into shit. Maybe at first, but like, if I have fun with it and I love
Friday
it,
13th game.
then I'm gonna play with like you
Yep,
guys.
and then one of us
we gotta
gets-
get Donnie a PS4.
Oh my gosh, isn't that the game that's kind of like that game, the Slasher? Have you ever the
It's like
N,
Evolve.
The N, you know the N, right?
I never played
The
Slasher.
Website? It's like a website. It was the Nick at Night website.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There was this game called Slasher where one person was the murderer
Oh.
and then one was the investigator, and like they would kill people off. Oh, you should.
No, this is you're Jason Voorhees, and you're killing all of the campers in horrible, grotesque ways.
Camp counselors.
Oh, camp counselors, yes, because
Yeah, not campers.
because
Be
they're
Kevin Bacon.
Can you kill? Oh, I can kill Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
You know what I missed about the Friday the 13th franchise? How in the beginning he only killed counselors that were having sex.
Yep.
Because they were having sex when he died as a kid, and then they just kind of got away from that after the third movie.
Well, because again, that was for the first movie because it was the mom, and the mom. That's why the mom
Yeah.
killed him. And then the Jason was like, "You killed my mom. I'll kill you all."
Oh my God, someone did it.
What?
Okay. When we first saw. Never mind. We're going to talk about it on Bloodshots.
Okay. Just save that page.
Fucking genius.
So, only big game that come out today was Outlast 2 and the Outlast trilogy.
Yeah. So you can play 1 in the DLC and then 2.
Yep, 1 Outlast Whistleblower and then
Yeah.
2.
First one was scary as shit.
Yeah, didn't play it, but I watched a lot of YouTubers do it.
I've only seen Sterling play 2, and it takes place in the South,
Yep,
and it looks.
religious based. It seems like
Yeah.
like you're dealing with a religious cult.
what was that weird game he was playing today that you were watching with all the sheep, and he was making fun of it like it was Game of Thrones?
The Epic. Battle
Epic Battle Simulator.
Yeah.
Simulator. Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's you.
That sounds
cre-
like a lot of fun.
You basically, it's either puzzles or you create scenarios and just let them go.
Yeah.
Someone did like 100 sheep versus 100 chickens
That's what he did.
versus
That's
Chuck
what he was
Norris.
doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
versus
and then Chuck Norris just
that's funny.
wins.
Chuck always
it
wins.
looks like a lot of fun if you're sitting around on your board.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Attack of the Pups. Wes, we miss you, Wes. Look at my butt shaking. Look at my butt shaking.
I think was there anything else that came out today?
No, I wish I played Outlast a little bit, but I haven't, so there's not much to say.
It's
only Is it only $40?
I think it's $40 for all three.
Yeah. And then Friday the 13th is only $40 too. So that's not a
Nice.
full release either.
I'm liking the fact that companies are starting to go more 40. Really
That's what I was saying. I'm okay with that. If you feel like it's worth $40, charge me $40. You don't have to charge me $60 for everything.
So
How come you didn't wear your Body by Duff shirt?
Work.
Oh.
Very nice shirt though. Very comfortable shirt.
Dude, I got this shirt and she got a Rogue One shirt. Both shirts for $6. $3 a shirt.
At
GameStop.
oh damn.
Yeah, not at Disney.
I was gonna be like, wait, how the fuck did you get out anything under $10 at Disneyland?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Try
GameStop
under
has
20.
like this clearance, blah, 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 $29.95.
Yeah.
Anytime there's something you want, it's like, oh, fucking A.
It's like
Very rarely. There was like the things that he texted you about, the
Yeah.
Star Wars figures, that was like, how is that not $40? But it was like 22 or something.
kind of upset I didn't buy those now. But I did find that I can get the same deal online.
Oh, nice.
They're cool.
All right, so since we have not a lot of stuff to review, I have a question to pose to you. If you could forget one game or game series completely to experience it again brand new, what would some of those be?
Can you go first?
Yeah. First one's BioShock 1. I would just love to redo all those twists.
Getting a lot of BioShock vibes.
It is.
What if? What if this is the new BioShock?
I'd be happy.
That'd be great.
Oh. But no,
Such a unique experience.
the first time you experienced it, did you finish it?
Not yet. That's why I want the Summer of Nothing to happen already.
Fair enough.
And for me, it would probably be BioShock Infinite.
I actually debated about this because BioShock Infinite, I only want to experience the ending again, because the ending was so goddamn good.
My jaw was on the floor for the last half an hour
I actually
of cinematics.
I hid from the internet until I beat that game.
Me too. Oh yeah.
And I was like, what? And then I was on like, what does this mean? Oh, that makes
gonna
sense.
spoil
it? Can't even-
No, not gonna. I won't say anything to this because
And
Because I don't- I have no
want to
idea.
So bad. Oh. But when
and then the yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
But BioShock won out because the entire game, the atmosphere from when you first go down to in the biosphere to the first splicers to the first time you see a Big Daddy, it's just all an experience.
Fucking.
What are you, good boy? Hey, good boy.
Is his name Kevin?
Ken Levine.
What is he doing, man?
Other games.
Right.
We Happy Few.
That was him?
That was part of his studio.
Really?
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
shit.
I think that was part of the team that broke off from his studio, Irrational. Because Irrational, got shut down, or he shut it down. Because another part of his team is making that game where you're an old blind lady. Have you heard of that?
What?
Yeah, you play as an old lady who's blind and she uses like echolocation or whatever. It's
So
like
she's like a
scary-
clicker.
Pretty much. I don't remember what it's called,
big
but it's an
brown boy.
Xbox exclusive, just like We Happy
So
Few.
go on. Finish with your thing.
No, oh, you're right. The last thing he did was Infinite
Yeah, man.
because he skipped 2.
So sad. Yeah, because 2's a fucking abomination.
It's not bad.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's terrible. Minerva's Den is cool.
It's not bad.
Minerva's Den is cool.
Fair enough. And then personally Conquer's Bad Fur Day again. Just because that game, I think I laughed more than at any other game, and more than a lot of movies I've watched. It's so funny. It's so good. It was good
I just remember not being able to rent it.
because
I remember being like, bringing it up to my parents or my grandparents or somebody, and they're like, no, can't get that.
well, I remember
It was
seeing
one
it.
of the first like really bad games.
Well, that was not AO
Yeah.
because AO had no. I will remember to this day that on the actual box, it had a giant diagonal sticker that said, "This game is for people 18 or older."
Yep.
Because it looks happy and cartoon, and you don't. It's not like you
Parents would never know.
know until you got to the scene where you were taking tickle bees to the sunflower so you can jump off her breasts. Actually, so you can get the bee king laid, then bounce off her boobs.
See, I only remember like peeing on things.
Yep. There's actually a whole boss fight devoted to peeing on Little Fire, and then when he drops his brass balls, you bash them.
So good.
I already know one of yours.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Last of Us would be huge.
Just imagine that. Replaying just the opening level of The Last of Us. Just that opening scene would just blow your mind, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, the ending or the. I mean, there's so many things that I wish I could play over again for the first time. BioShock Infinite's another good one. Let's see, what else?
Oh, I'm going to take one of Becca's and go Mass Effect 2. Just replaying the suicide mission, not knowing who to save and attempting to fuck that up would be so good.
Yeah. I should get back to that game now that I know Andromeda sucks.
I really want to play Infamous Second Son again without knowing.
Second Son was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's not fun when you know.
I like the gameplay style because I like games like Prototype and Infamous and Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
Do you like the other Infamous games?
One was all right. It felt like Assassin's Creed 1 to me, where it's like they had a lot of great concepts and just didn't execute. It was like the story was better in 1, but the gameplay was better in 2.
Yeah.
And in that kind of game, I want better gameplay.
Yeah.
And then
I
Second
like
Son
that.
fixed both.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like Cole from 1 and 2 more than I like Delson.
I just like the fact that he got different powers.
Yeah.
But again, to each their own on that. I like their morality system, although it was really extreme left or right.
Yeah.
But no game can really get a morality system that's not far left, far right. You know, it'd be fun to experience again, just because the sheer emotion of it, either watching it or playing it. Walking Dead Season 1.
Ooh, good call.
Because I'm not even the biggest fan of The Walking Dead as a series, like the show or anything, but the Clementine story.
Yeah.
Lee and Clementine.
That was pretty epic. Man, I powered through that thing in like 3 nights.
And then you got to chapter 5, and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, it was terrible. I
oh,
remember
sorry.
it.
Speaking of that, Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy episode 1.
Yeah. I'm going to wait till it all comes out.
Are you even going to play it?
Yeah, maybe. I'm
It's
going to wait till it all
Telltale,
comes
though.
out.
It's Telltale.
I'm over it, but it depends. I didn't even finish Batman because I don't like this anymore.
See, like
style.
That's my problem. Is Telltale took one idea that they did good when they redid Sam and Max and those other games, and they hit a fucking home run with The Last of Us.
Because you had Last of Us.
Sorry, not Last of Us, Walking Dead, and then The Wolf Among Us. After those two games, though, Game of Thrones.
I know.
Although,
Like before that, they did. Thank you. Back to the Future,
Thank you.
which was not that good. Like it was okay, but like they fucked with shit in that timeline that's just ridiculous. But it was okay. And then Jurassic Park, which was horrible.
Sam
So
and Max was their first like good one
yeah.
because you took a franchise not a lot of people know and brought it up.
But Walking Dead was a whole nother
If you could
ballgame.
just like because like I said, that was a game I didn't play, but I watched like 4 different YouTubers play it. Every single one cried at the end.
Yeah.
So if I played it, I would probably cry at the end because that.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that the girl, whoever played Clementine, won awards for being Clementine.
Yep. You know what's funny too is I would have to probably say the first Dishonored game was a pretty special experience, and I would definitely like to relive that.
I did have to put a little caveat on this because me and Justin were talking about older games. Mm-hmm. You have to have the same experience when you played it new because certain games haven't aged well.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Love that game to death,
Yeah.
but the graphics have not aged.
Right, like if I hadn't played it when I was younger and I tried to play it now, remastered on the PS, not remastered, but like ported onto the PS4, I probably wouldn't have the same experience. It's just because it doesn't look, it doesn't look the same. Like, do you remember how Mario 64 looked? When
Oh,
you
it was
first played
fantastic.
it?
Oh my God.
It
Back
was
in the
like,
day.
I can't believe I'm moving the camera
Or
around.
Ocarina of Time.
Right.
And then I like Ocarina of Time still holds up, but you can go back to it and it's like, I just hate the 64 controller. I'm done with that goddamn controller.
Yeah.
Cheapest controller I've ever played with.
Right. I broke a mini controller.
What about you?
You know the answer to this question.
Yeah, I do. Is it number 2 though?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I played 2 first.
But that's the one you would love to re-experience again?
Yeah, because
I'm with him on that.
everything that you guys are talking about, I did not play. I never had a 64. I never had a GameCube. I went from Super Nintendo to PS3.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
okay.
No, but
No, think about it. You're playing Super Nintendo, you take a 10-year break from video games, and then you get back in and it's PS3 Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
I almost shit myself with how games looked.
Yeah. But I'm with you. Assassin's Creed 2 again.
And it was an open world game, so it's like, man,
Wait, I can climb that?
I could do all of this stuff.
It's funny, like, if you go play it now, though, not that it's limited or anything, but there's,
Yeah.
like, tons of stuff that you can't do that you wish you could.
Yeah,
in
like
other
in Unity,
games.
you can go into virtually any building.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is fine though. See, for me, the experience of 2 is the fact that it wasn't 1 again. Because I loved 1 when I played it, but when 2 came out, it kind of was like, oh,
I
one's a
played
game.
1 afterwards, and I was like, man, this is severely underwhelming.
It was so bad.
Can't,
was-
I played it
can't do
all
anything on a horse, fall in the water, die.
That was the part that killed me the most.
So
Master Assassin who can take a 200-foot leap into a hay bale just fine, get in a little bit of water. Oh no, I'm
Can't
dead.
swim. Puddle dead.
Same with GTA for the longest time. There was like what,
GTA 3
Oh my
and
God.
Vice City.
and San Andreas, or could you swim in San
I
Andreas?
believe you could. Yeah, you could swim in San Andreas.
So yeah,
I loved Vice City, and when it was $5, and I went back and played it, it was fucking
yeah.
terrible.
I would love to re-experience
Just
Vice City.
Staying up
Lock.
with my friend Jason with the game guide,
Oh man.
fucking prostitutes,
Flock of Seagulls.
flock is just
You know what I miss?
everything about that.
You know what I miss though, is when I was in high school, Super Nintendo was the thing.
Yep.
We were having NBA Jam tournaments at my house. Blockbuster Video was the thing. The movie Wizard had just come out, right? And they were talking about Mario 3. It's
Yep.
all about Mario 3, which is still Nintendo. But, like, I had the Power Glove. I had the fucking pad on the floor. I had the Pro Pad for the track and field games.
Oh,
And all that shit. Like, I had every good and terrible game that you could possibly probably think of. And that experience for me as a kid was just so cool because we had to get game guides. We had to trade for codes. We had
Yep.
to be like, oh man, I wonder if this NBA Jam code's gonna work to get the big head and the fucking
I remember
all the cool things.
all of that.
NFL Blitz.
And NFL Blitz, fucking Game Genie. The dude in line, I was talking to a dude in line the other day when I waited in line for Vince for the fucking Nintendo.
Yep.
And we were talking about Game Genie, about how cool Game Genie was. And I was like, I'd have never beat Punch-Out without fucking Game Genie. Like, there's so many, you get unlimited lives in Mario.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All kinds of, that's the only way I beat Mario was unlimited lives.
No,
Fuck.
Had moved so many times after high school, I probably would still have, because I kept them for a long time, but all my Game Informers or whatever, like I just lugged them around, and eventually I threw them all away. But I had the one that reviewed Vice City. It had the Vice City review in it, and they were like covering how cool the Xbox was because they had Splinter Cell now and all the lights. Like it could do lighting differently than the PS2 and
How long has Game Informer been around?
a long time.
Was it the same magazines that came out like back in the day with Nintendo that had their?
It's not as old as Nintendo Power. I don't
see
think.
for me,
Oh, maybe it was Nintendo Power magazines.
I had
Ones I used to buy them from Blockbuster Video.
That's
probably.
that's Nintendo Power.
Is it?
Probably, yeah.
See, I when I was a kid, I had a subscription to GamePro,
Yeah.
which I like GamePro, but when I started getting Game Informer, it was a better one.
First issue was 25 years ago.
Wow.
Jeez.
91. So pretty long time.
Skyrim?
Damn, that'd be crazy.
Just the opening scene again.
I was unemployed. Yeah, I was unemployed, and I picked it up the day it came out, and the people that I was living with went to Oregon, to Portland or something, and I couldn't afford it because I was getting this video game.
Yep.
And I played it for like 2 straight days. I put the TV right in front of my bed. Yeah, that would be something crazy.
See, that's like me with the first BioShock. It was the last game I could remember where playing it. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. I can play for a couple hours before work. Or before I need to go to bed and go to work. Look over the clock, 4 a.m. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say that when we were talking about retro games. Do you remember the Genesis add-on thing for Sonic?
the 32X.
I think so, but you like put in the Knuckles thing and then you put in the game?
Yeah, it was Sonic and Knuckles, and then you put the other game on top so you could have access to Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yes. That thing was gnarly.
Yeah, Genesis tried a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
What was the handheld Sega? that
Game
had-
Gear.
Half-Life 1.
What?
Game Gear.
Game Gear. That's right.
I had a Game Gear not recently, but like probably like 5 years ago.
Half-Life 2.
Yes. Half-Life 1 is the first game my dad showed me on his computer. Like, so I think I was in like 7th grade or whatever. And he, that's when my mom was like, hey, do you want to talk to your dad? And I'm like, my dad? Like, I found out I had my dad in Texas or whatever. And like, then I started going and seeing him every summer. And he was like, hey, do you want to use my computer while I go to work? I'm like, sure. He's like, here, try this Half-Life game. And like, crazy.
Portal.
Not knowing what it is because I got the orange box.
Yep.
Wanted to play Half-Life 2, and then hours and hours and months into Half-Life 2 going like, okay, I'll see what this Portal thing is. And I was with like a group of people too, and they were like, I can't play this. This is giving me a headache. I can't watch you play this because you're like spinning upside down and going through shit, and I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
I know.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. It's a good one. Good topic.
Turtles for Super Nintendo was one of the ones for me.
Turtles in Time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, if we're talking Super Nintendo, Super
and for
Metroid.
some reason, like the Rescue
Super
Rangers
Metroid,
game.
yeah.
The Rescues... Oh, wait.
DuckTales.
DuckTales.
Remember it was DuckTales / Rescue Rangers? It was like a split game, like Mario Duck Hunt kind of thing.
No, see, I just had the DuckTales cartridge for the NES. I didn't have a Rescue Rangers game.
This is for Super NES.
Yeah, no, but I'm assuming the one for the Super gave you the NES version of DuckTales.
I think so.
And then the whatever version of Rescue
It was
Rangers.
so cool. Trying to fly that plane. It was fucking awesome. You got to jump into the pile of gold.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. I want my childhood back.
A little bit, right? A little too much nostalgia.
Yeah. I'm good, though, because we have Star Wars coming out every Christmas for the foreseeable future.
What if Becca could experience Sims again for the first time? Ever.
Oh, God.
Babe, what if
Would
you
you be
could
like-
experience... What if you could go back to your Left 4 Dead days?
Oh my god, that'd be so fun. Left 4 Dead's such shit now. There's like 12-year-olds playing on it. Back to like when I could play. I guess I was kind of.
You're probably 12, right?
Yeah.
You
I
were.
was 15.
Oh.
She was at least broke the
She was in her
teenage.
rebel years.
Ah.
Your
if
your
you go
Mulan
on
hating
Steam,
years?
You're on like 998
Yeah, I
hours.
had like 1,000 hours.
Was it your-
Because I played with a certain amount of people and they all like wanted to play with me because I was like one of the girls that played Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Was it your Mulan hating years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
I loved that game though. That was my favorite. That's the game that introduced me to video games. Because I love zombies and I was reading the Walking Dead comic books and then I was like on Steam and there's this.
Was that the
called
first game you
Left
ever
4 Dead.
played?
Yeah, Left 4 Dead's the first game I ever
Mine was Pitfall for the Atari.
The first game I ever
First
played?
game you
I
ever
guess
played.
I played Game Boy, but like a video. Like I don't know. I don't consider
Like something that was
Pokemon.
yours. Like, yeah.
Asteroids.
Baseball. on
Asteroids
the
for Atari?
The restaurant in
Sega
Moon Lake.
Master System.
No. That's what I had, though.
No, that I'm saying
Oh.
for me, baseball on Sega Master System.
You had a Master System?
Yeah.
Me too.
No, I rented it
Ah.
from Peninsula Video.
No, there's a restaurant in my hometown, Loon Lake. And,
Loon Lake?
yep.
Do you live in fucking Zelda Land?
I was going to say, wow. Because that's that little fucking druid area.
What is Zelda? Hyrule. God damn.
There's the restaurant had a tape, like the glass tabletops that the game you look into. It was Asteroids.
Yeah.
I used, when we would go in there for
The
dinner.
sit-down ones?
Yeah.
Mine was Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man and Asteroids. It was a dual game.
Yeah, ours was just Asteroids.
Wow.
But I remember playing
James
that.
got all the dual games.
No, I'm serious. No, it was a big table in
Yeah.
this restaurant that you sit down. It
And
was so
I
funny.
remember playing Asteroids as like fucking.
Oh, no, my bad. My bad. It wasn't.
Diablo 2. That would be gnarly.
Here's the thing with Diablo 2.
Oh, fuck you.
No.
even
playing
start
it
with
playing it again would be great for the first time, but it's when you go through your second time and can get all the great loot.
Fair enough. Yeah, I get it. Was the second game that, like, when I finished Half-Life, my dad was like, "Here, try this." Like the next summer.
Yeah.
It was the entire summer. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. Nothing had me play more consistently than WoW. When Katie got me into WoW, I swear to God, I played for like a month straight.
Probably.
Just every fucking day.
It's like, all right, I'm home from work. I don't need to eat dinner. I'm gonna go play WoW.
No, I wasn't employed yet.
Oh, all right, I'm awake. Anything
So
I
I
need to do?
literally set up my little computer table on top of me on the couch and just had the tilted my back and I was just playing for fucking ever.
Fun stuff.
The unemployed days. So I marathoned Assassin's Creed 2 for the first time, being unemployed. WoW, being unemployed.
See, I don't want to be unemployed. I just don't want to work.
That's why we have unemployment.
Yeah, but unemployment won't pay my bills.
Good.
Just need to win the lottery.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Win the lottery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
I don't know why this reminded me of this, but when we were in California, it was in the Ripley's Museum or whatever, and like the guy who got struck by lightning the most times or whatever, this dude got struck by lightning 7 times.
Damn.
And killed himself.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like after the 7th time, he like got super depressed and killed himself after surviving 7 lightning strikes.
It's like the guy in the Great Outdoors.
It's so weird. I don't know why that reminded me of that.
Wow. Because getting.
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Any other games?
No.
Thank you for joining us for the Broken Pixel podcast. If you like what you saw, please like, favorite, subscribe. Help us out on patreon.com. Thank
Good
you.
to be back.
Thank you.
That was a fun episode.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.